The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. How many times have you heard that saying? How many times have you said that saying? I know I have. I can't tell you how many of my clients have said, Danette, I simply don't like change. I don't like things to be different. And yet we are constantly changing. Every day we get up and the earth rotates around the sun and things are constantly changing and moving and growing and even shrinking. Even when we sleep, our bodies are changing as our bodies replenish themselves during sleep. The last 3 years, we have been through a tremendous amount of change. And I have even heard people like Gabby Bernstein suggest that we are all suffering through a sort of collective PTSD from all the rapid changes that have happened to us in the last 3 years. As I get older, I feel like time is moving even more rapidly. When we look at the technology changes that are happening, the AI changes that are coming, communications, everything is changing amazingly fast. We're watching a show that was set in 2008, just 15 years ago, and it was mind-blowing to see what was available or not available at the time. Since change is happening constantly and rapidly, I thought it would make sense to take a look at a couple of tools that will help us not only embrace change, but to thrive while change is happening. Let's take some time today and look at the potential benefits of change. That phrase, the devil you know is better than the one you don't, has never sat well with me. I mean, you're calling your current problem, your current situation, the devil. To me, it doesn't get any worse than that. If you think of what you're going through right now is equal to the devil, it would make sense that anything would be better. Like any choice you could make might improve your situation. I think it comes down to our brain is trying to keep us safe. So it tries to keep us embedded in the patterns of the past. It isn't aware of the unknown. It isn't aware of what is potentially out there that could be better for us. And the fact is that the unknown is often magical. The unknown thing that you want to achieve, that you are hoping to find, can often be a huge improvement over your current situation. Let's talk today about how change can be something that we embrace, something that we look forward to, something that we can have confidence in, that as we change, we know that we're going into a better situation. Hello and welcome. Danette here. If you're new here or haven't already, please consider subscribing so that you can be updated when we release new episodes like this one. If you're ready to embrace change, let's get started. Hello and welcome. My name is Danette Lowe, and this is Shine First Today, where we help you learn how to follow your own internal guidance system. Thank you for joining us. The first tip I want to share is to adopt a growth mindset. When you adopt a growth mindset, that means that you're realizing that change is filled with all the possibilities and potentials of having something better. Change is your friend in these situations. Change is the only way to get from where you are today to where you want to be in the future. If you're setting any kind of a goal or intention for yourself, you have to change in order to achieve that goal. The other part about having a growth mindset is to embrace our failures, to understand that if we try something new and it doesn't work out, yes, it is a failure in the short term, but in the long term, it is a stepping stone to achieving what you want to achieve. And instead of thinking of a failure as a bad thing and, oh, I'm afraid to try something, Just think of it as that's how growth happens. Adopting that growth mindset means you are going to stumble along the way. That while change is happening, we are growing and improving. The next thing I want to talk about is developing resilience. Resilience is a really important term right now because we are dealing with that. We have dealt with an incredible amount of change in an incredibly short period of time. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after adversity. You want to cultivate a positive mindset. You want to incorporate gratitude into your life. You want to incorporate self care during these difficult times. We developed a free resource for you called 3 Steps for Incorporating Self Care into a Busy Schedule. This is what you want to focus on during difficult times is taking care of yourself so that you can replenish your own energy and have good energy going forward. And don't hesitate to seek professional guidance if things are getting to be too much for you. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding stress or hardships, but it's about learning from these experiences and growing from them. Tip number 3 is self-awareness. Taking the time to check in with yourself to see how you're feeling about change is something we really often overlook. Sometimes change is happening so quickly that we don't take a moment to think about how is it affecting us. When we take the time to look at what a situation is doing to us, we can get some really valuable insights. I want you to really think about how does this thing that is changing in my life align with my values, align with my belief system? Is this a supporting, nurturing thing that's happening, or is it not? Is it taking away my energy? During times of change, it's crucial to take a moment and check in with yourself. Let's say we made a decision to take a new job and we get there and the new place and it's not going according to plan. This is the time to check into with yourself and see if the new job is in alignment with your values and maybe you need to make another change. That happened to me a number of years ago. I went from one wirehouse to another wirehouse, and I was told by the new branch manager all the things are going to be great. I made the leap. I changed firms, and that was a big pain. It was very difficult. And when I got to the new firm, immediately I knew things were not going to work out. The first day that I joined, they didn't remember to turn the heat on. That was a real little red flag that things weren't going to go well. And I could have just said, hey, I made this decision. I already made the change once. It's difficult to change. I'm not going to do it again. But because the new company wasn't in alignment with my values, then I decided to launch my own independent financial planning company. And it was the best decision I ever made. It just wasn't easy to make 2 big changes in such a close period of time with each other. But checking in with yourself and understanding your own values are going to help guide you. And let's talk about tip number 4, which is seeking support. Seek support of friends and loved ones, family, support groups, and even therapy if you need it. During times of incredible change, especially like what we're going through now, we really need to connect with our community of people. I remember back in 2001 when the World Trade Center bombing happened. I was a new financial advisor at the time, and I sat down and called every one of my clients just to say hi, just to see how they were doing. That helped me get through that incredibly difficult situation. I actually was at the World Trade Center 3 months to the day before the bombing. And it really just was such a difficult time for me. And the uncertainty of what we were faced with at the time was incredible. Having the support system in place by sitting down and calling so many different people, that really helped. And with what we're going through now, this is a shared event like that was. The global pandemic is a shared event. Every one of us understands what it was like. Working from home used to be like not working, right? Now it's the norm. People work from home on a regular basis. People are insisting that their employers provide work at home options. So everything is changing constantly. It's just helpful to sit and talk with other people who are going through similar situations. One of the things that I find to be helpful is to ask people how they handled a certain situation. So, if I'm going through something difficult in my life, I want to reach out to someone who has already had that happen. And I want to ask them, how did you handle this? What was that like for you? I don't want to ask someone what they think I should do because their life experience and my life experience are different. Reach out to your community and ask, how did they handle the situation? That's the best kind of support I think you can get. And tip number 5 is my favorite. Let go of what's not serving you. This is such a hard one to do. We're in a bad relationship, we're in a bad job. It's the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Let go of things that are not serving you. This can be as simple as clearing clutter. How many times have you heard somebody talking about clearing clutter? This is a huge topic right now because people are finding out the benefits of clearing things out that are blocking energy that don't serve you anymore. One of the easiest ways to clear clutter is just to pick a drawer. Sometimes we think about the clutter we've accumulated and it's overwhelming because we as human beings really like our stuff. Take something small, clear out a drawer, clear out a closet, clear out a box in the garage, and let that be the catalyst to begin to clear out other things that are not serving you. Only you can answer this question for yourself of what is not serving me. What can I let go of so that I can make room for the things that I do want? If you're doing any kind of goal setting, if you're trying to achieve something, whether it be on a personal level or a business level, whatever you're trying to do in life, it matters to you need to have the room in your life so that you can grow. And that often comes down to this idea of letting go of things that are not serving you. Remember that change is inevitable, and it's how we approach change that has the biggest impact in our lives. Are we going to embrace it? Are we going to look at it as an opportunity for growth? Think about the transformation that the caterpillar undergoes when becoming a butterfly. It goes through a complete and 100% change from something kind of homely into this amazing, beautiful thing. Embracing change is a skill that you can absolutely incorporate into your daily life. By embracing change, you can avoid staying stuck in a stagnant situation, a situation that's not serving you. The devil you know is not better than the one you don't. And look and try some of these strategies. Try to adopt a growth mindset. Try to incorporate some self-care into your daily routine and look at all the possible opportunities that change can bring to you in your life. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you in the next episode. If you're looking for more support on your journey and you want to join a lovely community of like-minded people, please head over to our website at shinefirsttoday.com. We have a number of resources to help guide you on your journey. I'm sending you light and love. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.